I'm sure most of you have seen Waverly Hills on television before, as I have. This has always been a location I've wanted to investigate for myself. This year, our team, War Party Paranormal, had the opportunity to do so, and it did not disappoint. The terrifying history of this location alone is enough to send chills down your spine. During the early 1900s, it is reported that over 60,000 patients lost their lives here from the tuberculosis pandemic. There was so much death that the management decided to use an old supply tunnel to discreetly move the dead so they did not spook the hospitalized. My fellow team members and I will explore this tunnel and many other locations in this haunted superstructure. During my online research, I happened to stumble upon some original footage. Have a look.
Tuberculosis hospitals, as they're called today. Real hospitals for the tuberculous, and not merely resting places. Here we are in a large southern sanatorium. This one has beds for 500 patients. Altogether, there are now 90,000 such beds available. Rest and more rest, as Trudeau discovered when he himself took the cure as a young doctor. New ways of resting the lung have been developed. This patient is getting pneumothorax treatment. Air is let into the chest cavity, and that rests the lung so that it can heal. When the diseased lung is fully healed, it is allowed to expand again. A lifesaver for many.
Seems like he forgot to mention the fact that they did shock therapy to the patients that had tuberculosis of the brain. They also removed the top 2 ribs out of some patients as experimental treatment. What is up? We're here. War Party Paranormal. We're here on the 4th floor, Waverly Hills Sanatorium. Eric is on live right now, roaming around somewhere.
All right, so my name is Eric with Center South Florida with War Party Paranormal and Carolina from War Party. And we're here in Kentucky at the Waverly Hills Sanatorium, and we're on the 3rd floor in the nurse station doing the EVP. And one of my recorders stopped working, so that's not good. But I just asked some questions, and we're going to see what we get here. I thought I heard someone talking over me. Listen.
Yeah, you do.
Angry, it sounds like. Listen. Angry. You hear that?
Yeah.
We got Jenny and Armando here.
Hello.
And we're over here by the nurses station. These are all the patients' rooms. We got a REM pod here. And then this is where they would keep the patients, open air facility. And they would roll them out here into the fresh air. Yo.
As soon as I turned on the Oculus,
Yep.
the 2 words that came out was lady and justice. So the story that the guide was telling us was like that maybe the justice of that story, lady that was misinterpreted all these years, and him getting her real story out.
Oh, to get their justice out, yeah.
Sarah, yeah. Right here.
Can you see that, guys?
Sarah, that's the spirit of you telling us that you have your justice,
So-
getting your story out.
We also have some cat balls here. So yeah, it's definitely a creepy vibe going on here. So if there's anybody here right now, we don't mean you any disrespect. We just came to talk to you. We actually traveled all the way here from Florida just to come chat with you guys. If there's any nurses or patients, feel free to come over to us and make your presence known. If there's anything that we could do to comfort you, we're here to help. We don't mean you no harm. You got your DR60, Armando? Let's break it out. Got Armando and Jenny here. We got them double fisting DR60s. And I'll run the ST25 as we go. So whoever was just here touching our devices, can you come over and speak to these devices that we have in our hand? And can you tell us your name?
We have these balls on the floor that if you touch them, they'll light up in different colors. We have the antenna that you were playing with earlier, makes a sound. You can even speak to us in these devices that we have in our hands, in the red lights. You can speak through there and we'll be able to hear you.
All right, let's see if we captured anything here.
So whoever was just here touching our devices, can you come over and speak to these devices that we have in our hands? And can you tell us your name?
Got something there?
Let's play it back.
We have the antenna that you can see, devices that we have in our hands. And can you tell us your name? We have these balls on the floor that if you touch them, they'll light up in different
Let's play it back one more
colors.
time.
Can you come over and speak to these devices that we have in our hands? And can you tell us your name?
It's very crazy to think that how many people perished here in these walls. So I'm gonna try an EVP in here while I'm by myself. All right, let's see. Hello, my name is Mike. Is there anybody here that wants to communicate with me? If you can come over here and talk to this device in my hand, I can hear you. It's picked up something there. I'll stop it and play it back. Let's see. Oops.
Hello, my name is Mike. Is there anybody here that wants to communicate with me? If you can,
I just heard help me.
the device in my hand, I can hear you.
Again, the same EVP helped me twice. Let me crank the volume up and play it back. Do you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that?
Hello, my name is Mike. Is there anybody here that wants to communicate with me?
So I'm gonna flip the camera around so you don't have to look at my ugly mug the whole time. Let's crank the light up a little bit. So it's gonna show you guys around a little bit. So whoever just asked where I am, I'm in Waverly Hills Sanatorium. It's a tuberculosis hospital where thousands of people lost their lives to a pandemic, upper respiratory pandemic. Kind of crazy because right now we're kind of going through the same thing with COVID. Maybe not as bad as this, but that's kind of what helped this hospital close its doors, is when they came out with a vaccine for tuberculosis. There was no need for the hospital. Spider.
Hey.
What is up?
Hey. How's it going down here? Or up here? What floor are you on?
Crazy. I'm on the fourth floor with
Okay,
Jenny and Armando or somewhere.
Okay, cool.
We had a couple hits on the REM pod, a couple EVPs. We got this side of the building here is where all the terminal patients were. So if they, if they weren't going to make it, they would put them on this side, and then on this side they would roll everybody out to the open air. All the floors are almost the same, so I'm sure Eric probably already talked about that.
Because he had said they thought the open air could cure the patients. That was one of their thoughts.
They were trying a lot of things
of
tuberculosis because of the fact that they really didn't know. It was new to them. And they did some really terrifying things. They cut out the top part of the two ribs to try to help breathe. That
gives me chills.
They put balloons down into their lungs and tried to inflate them to help them breathe. Obviously, those patients didn't make it. It didn't work right.
Whoa.
They also put sandbags and things on their chest. They were just trying all kinds of experimental things. There was reports that over 60,000 deaths came out of this building.
Yeah, that's what.
There a death per hour.
That is so scary.
It is.
I bet there's so many. I mean, I've watched on TV, right? People do the ghost hunt for this, but this is so cool being live and seeing this in action. So this is really exciting. But unfortunately, I'm sure there's a lot of really unrest spirits here.
Yeah, no, for sure. And they were also, let me turn my camera around.
Okay. It's all darkness. All I can see is dark.
There it goes.
Okay.
It's just wild to think how many people took their last breath.
Now, do you know what they did with them? Oh, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, no, you're good. So,
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. So, let me flip the camera around again. Yeah, so they only had a morgue set up for 3 patients. Obviously, whoever was designing the building wasn't planning.
Underestimated.
For this. Exactly. So there was an old chute that it was to bring supplies up for when they're building the structure, and they converted that with a pulley system, as they call it, the death chute. I'm sure you've seen it on TV, where they would take a gurney down there and put the caskets and slide them all the way down to be picked up by a hearse, and then there's incinerator for trash. And
so everyone pretty much got incinerated, unless maybe a patient's family wanted to pick them up. Was that kind of?
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, I'm definitely not an expert.
No, it's okay. I'm just curious.
But yeah, from what I've heard, that they would incinerate some, or they would cart them off out that way. And the reason that they did that was because the other patients here, they didn't want to see a hearse pulling up every 5 minutes and take bodies out the front door while they're sitting there looking out the window. So it was, it's kind of like discreetly, okay, let's move the bodies down this creepy shaft and do
they have a grave there though at all?
What's that?
Is there a grave behind the sanatorium at all? Nothing.
Not that I know of. No. We're gonna go down to the death chute later. It's
okay.
Where it is though is I probably won't have any reception. That's why we came up here. You get
Yeah,
down
you'll
there
be
and
like
there's
deep down.
exactly. So we'll record it and put some stuff online.
Yeah.
Let me see. All right. Well, you know what? We're probably gonna head out then. But thank
Okay.
you. And
Okay.
so it's Jenny and Armando. Might pop back on a little later, but we're gonna move to another floor, and that's
Okay.
probably not gonna be
Yeah.
very fun to watch.
Well, I can't wait to see about the death shoot, though. You got to post all about that. I cannot
Absolutely.
wait.
And thank you for your time. And we
Yeah.
appreciate everything. And thank you for all our followers and everybody that was on.
Bye.
And we'll see y'all.
Have a good night. Bye.
too.
Get some
Bye.
good stuff. Bye.
We'll do.
Right here.
Look on the camera. There's a bat there. Look. There's a bat flying in here. Holy motherfucker! Something just ran right in front of me. Oh God, I've never seen anything like that before. That was weird. Holy mother! Keep in mind, it is completely pitch dark. The only way Eric can see is through the viewfinder of his night vision camera. So after carefully reviewing the footage, when you slow it down, you can easily see that it is a very large bat flying low to the ground. And if you look extremely close, you could still see a couple drops of where the pee came out.
The REM pod's going on. Look, guys. Can you do that? Can you make it go to red? Oh, the other one is on too. All right, that's weird. That doesn't go off like that. I thought I heard the one going off here. Huh? What? Yeah? A cold spot? What's the temperature say on that?
Feel that your story is maybe being redeemed.
Whoa. Right here is where we make our way down to the morgue. Oh, hello. Thank you. Good. Out. Good call, Amanda. Here we are making our way down the death tunnel. So I didn't notice this until I was making the video, but right here, watch on the lower left, you see an orb go down and make a complete 180 and turn back around and go back up the chute. That is unexplainable to me. Hello, my name is Eric. Got my friends here with me. You got something to say? Did you die from tuberculosis? Yes.
Yes.
Wow, that's crazy. All right, that's going to conclude the video for this investigation. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're alerted when I upload content. Also want to thank Spirit Paranormal from St. Cloud, War Party Paranormal, Wicked Cat Clothing, and the folks over at Waverly Hills Sanatorium. Thank you, and have a good night.